How's it going, Parker?
Do well, you.
Good, thanks. Mark's talked a lot about this offense being close, being one hit away. He was just talking about it, kind of big picture now with a month to go. How close do you feel like this offense is to breaking out?
Very, very close. It's a very talented offense. I think we have the ability to compete with anybody in the country. We really have just been one hit away in most games, and we've been working together as a group to push forward and make that jump, and so we can be one of the top teams in the country.
Matthew, as a pitcher, Kentucky steals a lot of bases. What does that do for you guys in y'all's mindset in terms of like varying hold times, what does that do for you guys?
Yeah, it's just something to think about. I mean, you're always going to face those teams that like to run, like to do some small ball things, and that's kind of who they've been historically. So obviously we're preparing for that. Mostly just like kind of being inconsistent with our looks, like being very like keeping them on their heels and stuff. And then being quick to the plate, like when we do turn their head, like when you're going, and kind of keeping them from getting that little extra lead and maybe even stealing.
Parker, how do you feel like you're a different player this year in any way? Do you see any noticeable changes in your game, or has it just been kind of steady progression?
Yeah, it's kind of been a steady progression for me. I'm very grateful to have played for several good coaching staffs and a lot of good coaches, and kind of all that knowledge that I've built up over the past 5 years has really helped me. And I've taken so many college at-bats that I kind of have a database in my head of what a lot of pitchers look like and what their fastball or curveball might look like when I step in the box, and that's really kind of helped me this year. But I'm just trying to get better every single day.
Matthew, when you go back to the Florida outing you had, it seemed like you got kind of hit around a little bit in the early going. What kind of stood out from that outing for you? Like what was kind of the issue for you? And then when you go back to your most recent outing against Arkansas, just what kind of stands out on tape, I guess, over these last two outings? Like what was the big change, I guess?
I feel like in Florida, I just like didn't have it. I mean, you're gonna have those days where you just didn't have their things, didn't have the curveball, didn't have the fastball, didn't have the command of really anything. I think like you just gotta take a step back after that, get back to work the next week, and kind of drown out all the thoughts of last week and in your thoughts for the upcoming week. And that's what we did. We just get back to work, and then kind of just see where it takes me for the next week, and then if work still needs to be done, get it done next week.
Matthew, you've had a lot of success as a starting pitcher, but some of your best performances have been out of the bullpen. What makes you so good out of the bullpen? Is it a mentality, or why do you feel like you've been so good in that role?
I'm not really sure. There's similar mindsets. I mean, obviously, when you're starting, it's your game, and then when you're out of the bullpen, it's kind of like holding it where it is and giving our guys a chance to win it. I think out of the bullpen there might be a little bit less pressure. I mean, it's not your game, I guess, but I mean, you're still tasked with getting people out, and I mean, it's fun.
Matthew, from a pitcher's perspective, there's a lot of true freshmen on this roster. Marlott, Pitzer, McCoy, who've pitched a lot more the last few weeks. What have you seen from their development? And I guess, especially since the fall, how have they grown to now where they can pitch on SEC weekends?
Yeah, they're doing really well. I mean, and the people that are performing, I mean, they're working hard. I mean, you don't see, I mean, success come without being in the weight room, being on the field on off days, and being here on a daily basis for hours. You don't see success without people working hard, and that's what they've done a really good job of doing.
Parker, you're going to have a new shortstop there with you for at least this weekend. How do you help him through another big SEC series? Is there anything that you can do to kind of provide some leadership with him?
Yeah, I mean, I can help him with positioning and stuff, but when it comes down to it, I think Lee's ready to go, and I think he's very capable of playing at this level and at a very high level. He's one of the most talented freshman shortstops I've seen in a very long time. We're trying to get him out there and on the right path and get used to the environment, used to the games. used to playing in front of all these people, and I think he's going to take off.
If you could expand a little more on that, please. What is it about Lee that makes him so special in your mind?
Yeah, he's a freak athlete. He's got. I mean, as you've seen, he can do backflips running on the field. Like, I can't do a backflip. He's very fast. He's got a very strong arm, really good hands, clean shortstop. He's got clean actions. I think he's got the ability to be really good.
Thank you.